Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, individual. Today I would like to speak about authenticity and the struggle of actually being authentic. To be authentic requires you to more or less shut out everything everyone else wants for you. We have been taught and we know what is best for us. We know what is best for mankind, and we know what we are supposed to share with mankind. This especially when you have worked with yourself for a long while. It is not even any use of questioning it, because it is, when you have done it for so long, you have been given, let's say, a few ensurities, a few safeguards. Not even safeguards, it's more like I have experienced so many mystical experiences that it is no doubt to me that the spiritual world is here with us right now. They are constantly affecting us and are in motion and in movement. So authenticity comes with when you start to focus on what is it that you yourself long for as a human being. Not what everyone else wants you to long for, but what do you authentically, individually, subjectively long for? To find out these things is often where the path is showing itself. We have experienced many different things that have allowed us to be, let's say, masterful in one specific area of life. But one specific area of life is the majority. I'm not saying it is the only. When you go through bad experiences, when you go through despair, pain, strife, depression, and truly being down and out, when you come out of that, when you learn to feel yourself in these moments, to appreciate that you are strong enough to go through it, first of all. Second of all, that you are right now paying down karma you will never pay again. You will not feel that same way again unless you repeat something. That is what karma is. Karma, when it's paid, it's paid. But if you do repeat something that allowed for that karma will come back again. So that is why every time we go through something really, really tough, we contemplate it and reflect upon it. See what choices we made. See what that ended up for us, where we ended up. And of course, have gentleness and nurture yourself. Do not be a dictator that says, if you do wrong, I will cut your finger off. You are a kind, loving, caring, parental soul for yourself. That is what being authentic means. You are your parents, and you are protecting your inner child so that inner child can grow to be your own individual uniqueness, personality. But it requires this threefold nature we have. It requires the instructive principle, the active principle, the developing principle, the inner feeling principle. And also, it requires the balance of them both so that we can become human beings with both attributes, with both developing lines together in a third. That is why we are threefold. That is why the Trinity. We are not dualistic. If we were dualistic, we would be either or. Since we can choose, since we can focus, we have a third. It's two streams and we are the one going on these two streams. We are the third. And that is the authenticity. When you find out who you are based on the experiences you have had, the interests you have, what you are choosing to interest yourself or distract yourself or cultivate yourself in. It is only a matter of what you do, the intention and the action. It is not any harder than right now I will take 5 minutes to sit here and observe and wait. 5 minutes. And then you might not experience anything the 49 first times. But the 50 or 51st time is when something happens. That is why it requires patience. It truly requires strength to do this. To be authentic. To not care that you are different. If nothing else, flaunt it. But do not be arrogant or prideful. Just be yourself, know that you are yourself, and you enjoy your own presence and everyone around you's presence. But if they don't enjoy your presence, that is up to them. They have something they need to take care of because it is only they that is bothered by it. So authenticity requires bravery. It requires you to, I want to be like this and I will consciously and actively live like this until it is autonomous reality. That is what you do when you train, and be kind and caring and loving and wanting to see others grow and wanting to see that spread. To see understanding, empathy, care, love, nurture, and to actually find people. We want to see something greater together in the future. And we build towards it now. We take time and effort in this moment, in the next moment, in the next moment, and in past moments to become something in the future. And we cannot just think that it will happen in an hour. Oh, it might require thousands of hours. Thousands upon studying and meditation. But, oh, it's so worth it. It is so worth it. The inner equilibrium and harmony you are given allows you to, in your normal state, be calm and clear, so that when something from the outside comes in, you recognize and register it immediately. It is something that is foreign in a sense. And that is when you can start to see, what is it? Where does it come from? How does it affect us? The details are important. The more we can differentiate and find out those small multiplicities of spiritual beings affecting us, the more we can get to have an insight and an overview of what is happening, going deeper into the matter, but at the same time not losing ourselves, at the same time not losing ourselves to ourselves or getting crushed by the world, by the world's demands. It is a balance. You bring what you can bring, what you have been born and what you trained to do. Not be a fish trying to climb a tree, as Albert Einstein said. I love that one. If you measure a fish's ability to climb a tree, it will forever believe it is dumb. So don't be a fish when you are a human being. Don't be an animal and don't be a robot when you are a human being. We are so much more than animals or robots. One can as abstractly say that we are rational animals, but rationality doesn't exist in the animal kingdom. Quoted by Alan Watts. You don't find rational animals. We are something different. We have animal-like bodies, yes, and we have come from animal-like stages, yes, but we have never been animals as the animals are. We have been in a separate, unique, line of development. The animals are a different line of development, you see. We are unique in that regard, and this is also the upside down little trick here. How can the most advanced animal come from the least advanced animal? It is upside down. The other animals comes from the most advanced animal. And they separate from points in time. We were one and the same to a certain degree, spiritual beings. But then we went forward, and then animals separated away from us, and we kept going forward in evolution to become more intelligent. The animals, they were too impatient. That is why they have to live their physical evolution all the way through with their surroundings. We can grab a hold of our evolution here and now with our clear consciousness. That's the difference. We can choose to change. Animals are living purely on instinct and their role, their species. But that is where authenticity comes in as human beings. I think you see where I'm coming from here. And it is so important to have, because you can be both authentic, individual, unique, and care for all of mankind. The more life, individual, diverse, and different forms of life at the same time in your soul is when you can start to see reality. There is no either or, there is always and. So when you say it's good or evil, it is both good and evil. They both exist at the same time. There is really very few choices here, except what you do. What choices do you do to bring about upliftment, love, care, and authenticity, honesty to the world? I think this was everything. I just felt I had a burst of inspiration here, so I just had to share it. And it was fun, as always. And thanks everyone for listening to me and supporting, subscribing, commenting, sharing, liking. And may you all find your unique path, and may you be blessed by the grace of God and find the beautiful, beautiful, sublime wisdom behind everything. Thank you all. Love you. Goodbye.